Hey, good morning students. Last lecture we have studied the exact differentiation and the problem based on the exact differentiation, and hope you understood the last topic, exact differentiation, and along with that you also understood the problem based on it. We have solved the problems, unsolved and solved both problems based on the exact differentiation, and today we are going to study the next topic, that is the chain rule and the problem based on the chain rule. So chain rule. Let's go first the topic of the chain rule and then go for the solved and unsolved problems based on the chain rule. So in total differentiation we have a function f, and this function is a function of two independent variables x and y, and therefore this gives you the total differentiation df is equals to fx dx plus fy dy, where fx and fy are the partial derivatives of the function with respect to x and y respectively, isn't it? Now to study the chain rule, the chain rule is used when f is a function of two independent variables x and y, and along with that if this x is again a function of u and y is a function of u, then in that case you can use the chain rule. And if x is a function of u and y is a function of u, then you can calculate the derivatives of it. Fine. Now if x is a function of u and y is a function of u, and x changes to x plus delta x, y changes to y plus delta y, then there will be a change in the function, original function f. Then f also changes to f plus delta f, isn't it? And therefore we can get the value for f plus delta f. So this f plus delta f can be written as f of x plus delta x and y plus delta y. Why? Because the function changes due to infinitesimal small change in the variables x and y both. Therefore your function f plus delta f is equals to this one, and now I can write for delta f is equals to f plus delta f minus f. That means this function divided by original function f. So this will give me f of x plus delta x and y plus delta y minus f is a function of two independent variables x and y. It's a very simple. Therefore I can write the same equation for delta f. So delta f will be equals to f of x plus delta x, y plus delta y minus, now let me add and subtract a term for getting me the next step. So minus time f of x and y plus delta y. That means I am subtracting this term minus time f of x and y plus delta y and adding the same term. So plus time f of x and y plus delta y minus f of x y y. So that the original equation will remain the same. These two terms added and subtraction gets cancelled to each other, isn't it? Now in the next step I will get this delta f is equals to, let me club these two terms and these two terms separately and divide by something, so that I will get the differential term. So if I consider these two terms, f of x plus delta x and f of y plus delta y minus f of x and y plus delta y. That means these two terms if you club, then you can say there is a variation in only one variable, and x variable is changing to x plus delta x, whereas y variable remains the same. And if you consider these two terms, in these two terms your x variable is the same, whereas the y variable changes. Done? So therefore this will give you the partial derivatives. And for more clearly to get the partial derivative, we need to divide by the term which changes. And in the first term your x variable changes, therefore I can write f of x plus delta x, y plus delta y minus f of x, y plus delta y divided by delta x, plus f of x and y plus delta y minus f of xy divided by, now y variable is changing, therefore delta y. Got it? Hope you have understood this. Now for our clarity, let us divide both sides by delta u. So this will give you divided by delta u, and we have divided by delta x here, so I can multiply by delta x, and divided by delta u is here, so here delta y by delta u. Got it? Now what is this? Now you can take the limits on both sides, and if you take a limit from delta u tends to 0 for this function delta f by delta u, this will give you df by du, that means total derivative. Similarly, if you take the limits for this term, first term, limit delta x tends to 0, then what you will get? You will get this term, and this is nothing but partial differentiation, so I will write directly here. So this is dou f by dou x, and this limit delta x by delta u will be dx by du. Similarly, if you take the limits for the second term, that will give you dou f by dou y into dy by du. And if you put this all things into this above equation, this will give you df by du is equals to, I can write this is equals to, now this is partial differentiation of the function, so dou f by dou x into dx by du, plus second term will give you partial differentiation of the function with respect to y into dy by du. The same term you can write as fx. This is nothing but partial differentiation of f with respect to x, so I can write with fx into dx by du plus fy into dy by du. Got it? So this is a chain rule for the function f. If your function f is a function of two independent variables x and y, and the independent variables x and y are again a function of u, then you will get this as a chain rule. Now if your function is a function of two independent variables x and y, but x and y variables are again a function of two independent variables, let us say u and v, then similarly you can write the chain rule. Now what will be the change? Let me rewrite it again. So in the first case I'll write it again. So what was the first case? First case is your function f is a function of two independent variables x and y, and your x is a function of u and y is a function of u both. Then what is the chain rule that we got? The chain rule is df by du is equals to dou f by dou x into dx by du plus chain rule that we got. That means you have to differentiate the original function with respect to x and y both, and differentiation of x with respect to u and y with respect to u. Similarly, in the second case, if f is a function of two independent variables x and y, and x is a function of two independent variables u and v, and y is also a function of two independent variables u and v, then you will get two formulas by the chain rule. So first is for df by du, because you should differentiate the original function with respect to u as well as with respect to v, and the second is df by dv. Now these formulas can be written by taking the reference of this derivation. You can write this as the partial differentiation of the function with respect to the first variable dou f by dou x into dx by du plus dou f by dou y with respect to second variable into dy by du. Now the second equation using the chain rule will be for partial differentiation of a function with respect to x and total differentiation of x with respect to the variable v plus dou f by dou y into dy by dv. Hope you have understood this also. Now let's consider one more. If f is a function of two independent variables x and y, but your x is a function of three independent variables u, v and w, and y is also a function of three independent variables u, v and w, then what will be the change and how many equations you will get by chain rule? You will get three different equations for chain rule, because you are having three independent variables, because two independent variables x and y are again a function of three independent variables u, v and w, and therefore you should differentiate your function with respect to three independent variables. So you will get df by du, second df by dv, and third df by dw, and you can write these equations easily. Got it? First time you should differentiate with respect to u, second time with respect to v, and third time with respect to w. Let me write it again, and this will give you dou f by dou x into dx by du plus dou f by dou y into dy by du. Similarly, dou f by dou x into dx by dv plus dou f by dou y into dy by dv. Similarly, for third case, df by dou f by dou x into dx by dw plus dou f by dou y into dy by dw. If suppose f itself is a function of three independent variables x, y and z, then what will be the change? One more variable adds here, and x, y and z are the function of u, v and w. Then what will be the change? You must go on adding one more term here. So this one more term added will be dou f by dou z into dz by du plus dou f by dou z into dz by dv and plus dou f by dw into dz by dw. Here df by dou f by dou z into dz by dw. So this is what the concept of chain rule. If your original function f is a function of 1, 2 or 3 independent variables, and the independent variables itself x, y, z are again a function of 1, 2, 3 or more variables, then you can write the formula for chain rule and solve the problems. So let's go for a problem based on the chain rule, and the first problem based on the chain rule is, let me report this. Hope you have understood this chain rule concept, and you can write easily the formulae for the chain rule. Once you find it easier to write down the formulas and to identify whether the given function is a function of how many variables, then that will be a very simpler facts for you. So let me take the problem based on this, and the first problem based on the chain rule is if u is equals to x square plus y square, where x is equals to 80 square and y is equals to 280, then we have to find out du by dt using the chain rule. Now, what are the important facts you should understand in the problem is that you should find out, this is your function, this is nothing but a f. So u is a function of two independent variables x and y. It is clearly visible in the problem. Fine. And x is a function of t. Similarly, y is a function of t also. So therefore you can write the chain rule formula for it. And what is the chain rule formula for it? You will get du by dt, and this is equals to partial derivative of the functions, that is dou u by dou x into dx by dt plus dou u by dou y into dy by dt. If this formula is written for the given problem, then the problem becomes more simpler. Now you can directly calculate its derivatives and put it into the formula, then you will get the answer. So du by dt is equals to, now what is dou u by dou x? It's a partial derivative of the function with respect to x. Your function is this. Now let's calculate its partial derivative with respect to x. The second term is a constant, so its derivative will be 2x. So this is 2x. And the differentiation of x with respect to t, x is here. Differentiation of this function with respect to t will be 280. So 280 plus dou u by dou y. Now differentiation of this with respect to y will be 2y. So this is 2y into differentiation of y with respect to t. The y is this function and its differentiation with respect to t is a 2a. Got it? Now just put the values of x and y into it. That will give you the dou u by dou t. That is your answer of the problem. So this is equals to 2 into 2 will be 480 into x. X is how much? 80 square. So I can write 480, and let me put the value of x as it is, and then in the next step we will simplify this. So 480 into x plus, what is this? This is 4a into y. 4a, what is y? Y is 2at. So this will give you du by dt is equals to, now you can simplify, 4a square t cube plus 4 into 2 will be 8a square t. This is the answer for your problem. Hope you have find this problem more easier. Now let's solve one more problem based on the same fact. And let me take now unsolved problem based on the chain rule. This was the solved problem based on the chain rule. And unsolved problem based on the chain rule is that if x is a function, f is a function of two independent variables x and y, now this is unsolved problem number 19. number 19 is, if f is a function x e raised to minus y is a function of x e raised to minus y, what's the problem? If f is a function of two independent variables x and y, and the function is x e raised to minus y, where x is equals to hyperbolic cos of t and y is equals to cos t, trigonometric cos t, then using the chain rule we have to find out the value of df by dt. Now let's go step by step. Now this f is a function of two independent variables x and y, and x is a function of t. Similarly, y is a function of t. So what's the formula for chain rule? The formula for chain rule will be df by dt will be equals to dou f, partial differentiation of the function with respect to x and y, that is dou f by dou x into dx by dt, and the total differentiation of this variable x with respect to t, plus dou f by dou y into dy by dt. And if you put the values, you will get its answer equals to dou f by dou x is, now the differentiation of this function with respect to x will be e raised to y minus y only, and dx by dt, differentiation of this hyperbolic cos t will be sine, hyperbolic sine of t, isn't it, with respect to t, plus dou f by dou y with respect to y will be, x is a constant, e raised to minus y, differentiation is e raised to minus y into differentiation of minus y will be negative, so we will get negative times this into differentiation of y with respect to t is equals to minus times sin t, so minus minus will become plus here. Now if you simplify, and how to simplify, just put the values of y into the formula and you can take out e raised to minus y common. So let me write directly, e raised to minus y is cos t, so it is e raised to minus times cos t outside, and inside the bracket from the first term you will get hyperbolic sin t plus x into sin t. Now what is the value of x? X is hyperbolic cos, so this is hyperbolic cos t into sin t. So this is the answer for this problem. You can find out the answers of the problem by using chain rule in this way. Hope you have understood this problem also. You can solve the number of problems. You go through a unsolved problems. I think you can easily solve out the various problems. And so this is all about the chain rule and problem. Tomorrow we'll go for the next topic, or we'll solve some problems based on it. Thank you.